Now, the reason why this is such a big deal is because there is so much opportunity in the space for ADUs. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, look, I live here in the state of Washington, and in the state of Washington, there was a law passed that requires every municipality, starting with the larger ones, had to implement this more quickly. And then based on population, there was a staggered kind of timeline of implementation. But every municipality, every larger municipality is required by the state, by a state law, that they come up with higher density housing options. And this includes primarily what we call middle housing, which is the idea where you could build 4 to 6 to maybe 8 units on a regular residential lot. So we call these like a 6-pack, where it's like a 6-unit property on what might be, a 6,000 to 8,000 square foot lot. I don't know the exact requirements, but you get the point. You see a lot of these in other cities around the country where they're getting rid of an old home on a regular residential lot and then building a 6-plex. That happens a lot. That's the middle housing. And so that would be changing some of the zoning for what were historically residential neighborhoods and allowing more of this higher density multi-unit properties to be built there. The other solution is this idea of building a house in your backyard, right? These backyard cottages, as they're often referred to. And these will range anywhere from 600 to 800 square feet. Many of the laws that I've seen passed here in Washington State are 1,000 square feet inside of the city, where out in the county, you might see, 1,200, 1,250 square foot, which is, you'd be surprised at the floor plans that they can fit into 1,200 square feet. I mean, it's like a nice house. Matter of fact, I'm thinking back to the first home that I purchased in my early 20s, and it was, 1,350 square feet. That was a 2-story. That was a nice, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath home. And you could build a house just a little bit smaller than that, that would house a whole family comfortably and really have it in your backyard.